Energized this morning. Huh? Andrew, we ready? Let us bow our head for worship. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for your many blessings. We thank you for bringing us here safely. We thank you for guiding us through this week. Lord God, I ask that you give us the strength, the courage, the wisdom, and understanding as we go today, Lord. And this sweat in the spirit, Lord God, let us sweat holy and not out of it, Lord, but to your worship and honor. And Lord God, once again, we say thank you. Amen. Let's welcome the worship team.
Bless the Lord, everybody.
Hallelujah.
So we're going to do a thing. It's a little bit
Hallelujah.
different today. I'm going to be up here singing. So we want everybody to go on the dance floor because we're going to warm up. We're going to jump. We're going to kick. We're going to fly. We're going to do everything this morning. Bless the Lord. Higher, higher. Higher, 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 higher. Lift Jesus higher. Higher, higher. Higher, 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 higher. Lift Jesus higher. Lower, lower. Lower, 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 lower. Some Satan lower. Lower, lower. Lower, 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 lower. Some Satan lower. Higher, higher. Higher, 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 higher. Lift Jesus higher. Higher, higher. Supernatural power. Higher, higher. Lift Jesus higher. Lift Jesus higher. Supernatural power. Supernatural power. Supernatural power. Bless the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Bless the Lord.
Hallelujah.
But it don't seem like we're ready to sweat, man. Everybody up. And when I say everybody on the dance floor, I mean child, young, old, everybody. And I could say it in Jamaican too. Everybody. So let's get on the dance floor. Let's dance. Because we're praising still. Amen? Amen? Amen. I command my hands to praise the Lord. Command my hands to praise the Lord. Hands praise the Lord. Hands praise the Lord. I command my praise the Lord. My body to praise the Lord. Body to praise the Lord. Body to praise the Lord. I command my hands to praise the Lord. Hands praise the Lord. Hands praise the Lord. Hands praise the Lord. I command my body to praise the Lord. Body praise the Lord. Body praise the Lord. Body praise the Lord. Went to the enemy's camp, and I took back what he stole from me. Took back what he stole from me. Took back what he stole from me. I went to the enemy's camp, and I took back what he stole from me. My feet under my feet. Satan is under my feet. Hold on. So why are we over there, so? Come over here, so please. We're gonna come in the center this morning. Come. I went to the enemy's camp, and I took back what he stole from me. I took it back. Took back what he stole from me. I took it back. Took back what he stole from me. See, I went to the enemy's camp, and I took back what he stole from me. He's under my feet, under my feet. Satan is under my feet. I went to the enemy's camp, and I took back what he stole from me. Took back what he stole from me. Took it back. Took back what he stole from me. I went to the enemy's camp, and I took back what he stole from me. He's under my feet, under my feet. Satan is under my feet. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. Amen.
Hallelujah.
So, gonna take it down a little bit. Having some technical difficulties, seems. Jehovah, you are the Most High. You are the Most High God, Jehovah.
You are the Most High.
You are the Most High God, Jehovah. You are the Most High. You are the Most High God, Jehovah. You are
the Most High.
You are the Most High God, Jehovah. Elohim, Jehovah. Adonai, Jehovah. Elohim, Jehovah. Adonai, Jehovah. Elohim, Jehovah. Adonai, Jehovah. Elohim, Jehovah. Adonai, Jehovah. You are the Most High. You are the most high God, Jehovah.
You are the most high.
You are the most high. You are the most high God, Jehovah.
You are the most high.
Jehovah, you are the most high God, Jehovah. You are the
most high.
Jehovah, you are the most high God. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord.
Hallelujah. Jehovah.
You are the most high. You are the most high.
Jehovah.
You are the most high.
Jehovah.
You are the most high I'd like to welcome each and everyone to the house of the Lord. All the sins of God. Somebody say amen. Any visitors in the house today? I welcome all the new visitors and to the listening public, viewers. We say welcome, say good morning, and I hope you all do enjoy. I'd like to call on Sister Rosie to do the national anthem.
Can we all stand for the national anthem, please? O land of beauty, a country where peace above thy children stand free. On the strength of will and love, with God in all our struggles, sing it and leave his be. A nation bound together with a common destiny. As stalwart we stand for justice and liberty with wisdom and truth. We will serve and honor thee. No sword, no spear can conquer, for God will sure defend. His blessing shall forever to posterity extend.
Thank you. I now call on Sister Potter for the nutrition segment. A round of applause for Sister Potter, please.
Good morning, church. I pray that everyone had a wonderful evening and you're ready to sweat yourself out. If you can find a seat, you can have a seat. If you want to stand, you can do that. Praise and worship team, thank you much. So today we are here dubbing the theme Sweating in the Spirit. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Paula Kelman. I'm a holistic nutrition practitioner. Massage is a hobby for me, and I love taking care of people, especially the elderly. So, as you will hear me speak today, I will speak as short as I possibly can on nutritional wellness and how to make yourself stronger in this time of the pandemic that's going on. Do you know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. This is taken from 1 Corinthians 6:19 from the NIV. In short, I would like to address the immune system and how to build it to help you prevent illnesses. Think about your immune system for a second. Stop. Search yourself aggressively now and think of your temple God loaned you, of your borrowed body. As you search, ask yourself, am I protecting this clay clothed in human flesh that was loaned to me? Understand your life is not your own. Yeah. Why the negative thoughts? Stop that now. Romans 8 and verse 1 tells us, there is therefore now no condemnation. So stop beating up on yourself and crying over milk that you did not spill but drank. Rather, allow yourself to come with me on this short journey. System protects the bodies from outside invaders such as bacteria, viruses, toxins, and fungus. You may ask, so how do I build my immune system? I will give you a few pointers, so listen carefully so that you can have them as you go along for the rest of your life. This is your lifestyle. 1. Get adequate sleep. That is, go to bed early. Be in your bed before 10 p.m. nightly. 1 hour before that, empty your thoughts, empty your mind. No TV, no telephone calls, no reading, no running around the house. Just lay in the dark of the night with some soft instrumental music and let your body unwind. Studies show that enough sleep helps your mood swings. It sharpens your brain. It helps the heart, help one's blood sugar, fight germs, and help to promote youthfulness. It also helps to strengthen the immune system. So, forget all the chores that did not finish by 9 o'clock and get into bed. 2, eat more wholesome foods. What do I mean by wholesome foods? Wholesome foods are foods that are like vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, that are rich in nutrients and antioxidants. Antioxidants, what is that? Antioxidants are those foods that help decrease inflammation by combating unstable compounds that are called free radicals. Free radicals can cause inflammation when built up in the body. Fiber in the plants of food needs your gut. So, let's look at the fibrous type of foods that you can have and what can help your gut. Your gut should always carry a healthy bacteria that improves your immunity and helps harmful pathogens, bacteria from entering your bodies via your digestive system. So therefore, fruits and vegetables are rich in this type of foods that would help. At the front of me, you'll see where I have a small display. On that display, I have some foods that can help your healthy gut. After I'm finished, I will tell you a little bit more about that because there is some of it that I would like for you guys to try, especially those persons who are having problems with their digestive system and digesting foods properly. Fruits and vegetables are rich in vitamin C, which may also reduce the duration of a common cold. So try as much as possible to eat as much local fruits and vegetables as possible, those that are in season. So we don't necessarily have to get to the grocery store to find our fruits and vegetables because we are on a tropical island. Thirdly, eat healthy fats like olives. Use olive oil. Do not add heat to your olive oil. Salmon to help boost our body's immune system. The immune system responds to pathogens by decreasing inflammation that we get in our bodies. Omega-3 fatty acids such as those in the salmon, the chia seeds, and the flax seeds help to fight those infections as well. Fourthly, eat fermented foods or take daily probiotics supplements. These foods include yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, foods that helps our immune cells differentiate between normal, healthy cells and harmful invaders in the digestive system. Now, I just said to you that I will show you what is in the front. In the front, we have kefir, and I have a probiotic that I made that I will now tell you how to make it at home. Not promoting any grocery stores, but you can find the kefir at Rams, and you can also find it at Best Buy. I'm not sure about Value Mart. It's just about $13. So anyone who's having issues with their digestive system is the perfect thing that you can use. I need 2 helpers, please. Now, here, I've already made it just for the essence of time. I have here a probiotic that you can use and make at home. Firstly, you use the red cabbage. You can take it around so others can see. You have an onion. Then you have some sea salt, but I have some Himalayan salt. So you can either use the sea salt or the Himalayan salt. And I have a cup of water. Now you're going to take these ingredients and you're going to finely chop the onions, the cabbage, chop them all finely, and then you're going to put them into an empty jar, glass jar, not plastic, because plastic tends to leach all the polycysteines back into your food. So plastic should be a thing that we should not even be using when we are consuming our foods that are going into our digestive system. Now you take that onion and you take the cabbage and you're going to put a pinch of salt over it. Over that, you're going to pour a cup of water, and then you're going to cover with a cheesecloth, or if you don't have a cheesecloth, you take something that has a fine holes that it can have some ventilation going in so it doesn't get moldy. You put it on the fridge for about 5 days, and thereafter you start taking that on a daily basis, and that is good probiotics to help kill all the bacteria, the bad bacteria in your gut. And this probiotic also will replace the good probiotics that you need. So this is something that you take every day as a lifestyle for the rest of your life. I have some examples of the kefir and the probiotic here. So can my helpers distribute them for me, please? Now, the juice of the probiotic that I made, like I said, is excellent for the stomach. What is the sauerkraut? There's 2 in 1 right there. The sauerkraut will be that taste of the cabbage and the onion all mixed together. You crunch on that and you eat it. It's a sour, sweet taste. It has that tangy taste. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it is a beautiful taste. You can use that also instead of throwing it away. So like I said, that these probiotics would help the healthy cells and kill the harmful invaders in our digestive system, in our gut. Number 5, limit our sugars and avoid diabetes, cancers, and mucus. These are also deadly killers. Number 6, stay hydrated, especially this time of the year, by drinking plenty of water, as it can make us more susceptible to illness. Number 7, manage your stress level. We have to learn to release stress and anxiety, because these are the king to our immune system that kills it, that destroys it. Sometimes we tend to just fuss and worry about everything. But instead of fussing and worrying about everything, we can just stop, do some deep breathing, because when you do deep breathing, it helps the oxygenation flow within the body and allows your body to feel better and stronger and debunk all the stress that wants to take it over. Number 7, we have to learn to supplement wisely. Studies show that following Studies show that the following may assist in strengthening our bodies generally to help our immune system to function better. 1, taking vitamin C. We take about 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C on a daily basis. Now, we have a tree that is growing wild in our island. It's called the Bajan cherries. We locally call it the cherries. It is the second best vitamin C that we can find in the world. The first one is something that is called camu camu. So those trees that you see along the side of the road that we are passing, not picking, not eating, when you take them and you eat them, you're filling your bodies with lots of vitamin C. So when you see them, pick them, bag them, take them home, make drinks. You could just pour water on them, leave them on the fridge, and keep sipping them on a daily basis. That will also help you from having to go purchase your vitamin C, because you're getting it locally, there's no additives to it, so it will be useful to your body. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is only needed if the body needs it. Sometimes we tend to want to take more than what our body needs and make ourselves even more sick. So in order to find out if your body needs the vitamin C, you will have to go to the doctor and ask them to allow you to get a test to check your vitamin D level. Zinc. Zinc, we need about 75% of this. There's a plant that is called elderberry. This we can also find locally on our island, but it's very rare at the moment. We have echinacea, which helps the recovery time of any illness. We have garlic, which helps with any kind of mucus and inflammation and helps reduce your pressure. Those persons who go through high blood pressure, then you chew a piece of it and drink some water right behind of it. There is a gas or compound that is in there that is called allicin, not Allison, but allicin. It helps to get into the bloodstream and it helps to lower the blood pressure. Now, the last one that I would give is we have to engage in moderate exercises to help reduce inflammation and help the immune system regenerate regularly. I would give exercises because we have a very old, fit guy right here, Mr. Walwyn. Can I welcome him in the place, please? And we have also within Desiree, also welcome her also. As they come to the podium, I will just finish up by saying, because we have been so wonderfully and beautifully designed and formed, many physical, mental, and spiritual benefits are awaiting us as we accept challenges or the challenge to change. So remember, in building our temples, we must realize the honor we have been given by our Almighty God to keep His house clean.
Good morning, church. Church, right? Everybody to make a circle. Everybody come down, make a circle. While you do that, as Sister Paulette said, my name is David Walwyn, for those of you who do not know me, the Managing Director of the Fit Wellness Center and National Weight Loss Campaign. Des, you can come as well. Sister Paulette asked me to come and have a talk about the importance of exercise. And I must be honest that when I'm asked to do these kinds of talks, they seem very limited to me, because exercise is not an individual thing. You know, the very name of our business is called FIT, which means fully integrated training. So for me, exercise cannot be separated from an overall health. Does everybody understand that? And so if you're thinking about exercise separate from an overall health, you have already made a mistake. Good health is about a combination of emotional health, stress management, exercise, good social development, all those things. Those things to me are inextricably linked, to be separated. But everybody agree with that? Because I think, you know, if I'm in church, we can say that God expects us to be abundant in all things. All right? We could be very spiritual, but if we're sick, we're no good. And vice versa. We could be extremely healthy, but if we're not spiritual, we're not good either. So it has to be a combination, a nice balance between physical health, spiritual health, and emotional health. Does everybody agree with that? And since I've been here, I have discovered the greatest limiting factors that our locals have are basically two main things: lack of exercise and diet. that does not make you feel whole and does not put you in line with what God has promised for you. Sister Paulette asked, she gave a text verse where Jesus Christ asked the question. That text verse, 1 Corinthians 6, 19 to 20, Jesus Christ was actually asking the question, do you know? He wasn't saying, he was saying, do you know that your body is a temple of God, which is in you? Do you know that? And for me, it's blasphemy that if we as human beings don't respect this ingenious body that we have, that we don't take care of it, that we don't get up every day and do what we can to care for it, because it harnesses the very spirit, the very intrinsic nature who makes us divine. That's what our body harnesses. So we have a responsibility to take care of it. Yes? As I mentioned, that exercise, we can do that today, but if you're doing it for weight management, it's really only 20%. 20%. You would think that I'm a guy that sort of promote exercise, which I do. Exercise is important. Don't get me wrong, exercise is important. But it's only important in the context of overall health. As you know, that most people here, they are fairly disciplined in going out and exercise. You see, I get up in the morning over to the gym, and on the road, I'm very careful when I'm driving because I'm almost afraid I'm going to knock somebody over. The road is filled right now with people out in the street exercising. But if they don't understand that it has to be a part of an overall health, it doesn't help them. Because if people are exercising and then they go home and eat bad, it's a waste of time. If you go out and you exercise every day and then you have stress in your life, it's a waste of time. It really is. And so you really have to come to a place where you have to see exercise as part of your overall health and a way to bring all those holistic properties into balance. Spirituality, your emotional health, your physiological health, and your spiritual health. Right? Those things has to be working together in one complete unit. Right? So, as we make the commitment today to see exercise as just a small part, 20% actually, of our overall holistic health, let me just give you a few tips that will make that a bit easier. As I mentioned, exercise, the basic definition of exercise is necessary for overall good health. If you don't exercise, your blood doesn't circulate as efficiently, it doesn't expand your capillaries, which doesn't allow fresh blood and oxygen to flow through the vein, which doesn't properly nourish the organs, and everything begins to fall apart. Because if the organs are not being properly nourished, it creates a cascade of a whole lot of health issues. So movement is necessary for the health of the body. Simple movement is necessary for the health of the body. It's just like getting up every morning and praying and brushing your teeth. If you don't do that, several things happen. Inactivity, the blood is not circulating. What happens if you have a car and you sit and you don't start it for many, many months? Anybody here is a mechanic? The engine seat plug, tell me. Plugs up. If it stays for longer than that, engine seizes up, can't start. Right? The body's much the same way. Part of the reason why, that's why I asked the question, how do you feel right now in your body? Part of what happens is that when you don't exercise, you begin to feel stiffness in your body and your joints. Those are signs right there that you have to pay attention to, that things is already begin to happen. If your energy is low, you're lethargic, your brain is not translucent as it should be, those are all signs. If you're constipated, if you're not sleeping well, if your diet is not what it should be, those are all signs. If your skin is not bright and vibrant, you have acne, those are all signs. Because we're made up of cells. Cells form tissues. Tissues form organs. And so we are, and organs form organ systems. So we are a living organism. And so everything happens on a very cellular level. So if you begin to experience things like acne, constipation, that means that things has already happened in two different levels. Remember, the tissue has been affected, and now the organs is affected. The next thing is your whole entire system is going to be affected in some way or the other. Does everybody understand this? So what we eat has to be nutritionally sound in order to nurture the cell, and the exercise allow our physiology to function. I think God designed us in that way that we have to exercise in order to keep ourselves well, because if we do not exercise, do you know what happened? Few things. Muscle atrophy. Your muscles actually begin to waste away. Another condition called sarcopenia, which is a deterioration of the muscle from aging. Right? Those are things that happens when you don't exercise. So this is why it has to be an essential part of life. It's not even a choice. And even if it was a choice before, it's not a choice now, particularly with all these viruses that's happening. So whether you decide to do it before, it's not even a choice any longer. You must do it for life. You must do it for life. So basic thing that you can do. One, of course, if you haven't exercised before, I would encourage you to find a group. I know Allison, she walks every day. I don't know if she still does. Maybe you can get with Allison or other people who walk and form a support group. If you know that you're a person that is not self-motivated, I would encourage you to find a buddy. Find a buddy that you team up with. And Marsha is a very avid exerciser as well. You can hook up with Marsha. So that's the first thing, is to get in an exercise program and make it an active part of your life. The reason why I always suggest a buddy, because at those times that you find it very difficult to get up and get moving, your buddy will help you. Right? You have to make it a commitment. The next thing, because I said that it has to be a part of an overall health perspective, is that you also have to change your diet. And so if you're a person that has not, or in the past has not taken your diet seriously, I would encourage you to do that also today. And to make that very simple, because diet can be a very complicated thing. Diet can be a very complicated thing. Let me make it very simple for you. The greatest thing that cause metabolic disturbance, the greatest one thing that cause metabolic disturbance, that's weight gain, diabetes, and all the rest of it. The greatest one thing that creates metabolic disturbance. Does anybody know what that is? Oh, she said it. Sugar. Sugar and starches. You cut out sugar from your diet, period. And let me just say that sugar is not just refined sugar. It's not just table sugar that you put in your lemonade or your coffee, your tea. Sugar comes in many different forms. Marsha, what are the forms? Come on now. Help her out. Sweet drinks is refined sugars, because you use refined sugars to sweeten drinks. But what are the other sources of sugar? Fruits, yes. What is it? Biscuit. Okay, why is biscuit? Okay, thank you. So here we go. Very good. So that's the other source. Starch. So we got refined sugar, we got starch. What are the sources of starch? We're getting there. Bam! We're getting there. What are the sources of starch? What? Rice, banana, cakes, breads, anything with flour. What are the sources? What are the other sources? We cover the refined sugar. We cover fructose, which is sweet. Starch. Why starch? Why starch? When you eat starch, let me explain to you why starch is a sugar. What happens when you eat starch? When you eat starch, huh? Let me tell you what happens when you eat starch. What? Man, you guys don't.
That's my uncle, you know. Why you put him in the spotlight? No. You see, I only know a little, not much. So while he's speaking, I just pick it up. I'm just backing him up. So the glucose, we have the starch, we have fruits. A lot of people say, "Oh, I like fruits. I like fruits." You can eat as many fruits as you like, but choose wisely. Choose wisely. Everybody like watermelon? It's good. Make sure. Some people want potassium, banana, fiber. You know, these are good. I like fruits, so I can't tell you what I just eat. Plenty water is good. Plenty water. People just drink. You drink a lot of juice. Oh, I want my food with juice. So imagine you have rice, you have pie, you have potato salad, you have all of that. Nice meal, but it's not good. It's not good. Fats. You want me to come to the middle? Yes. Putting me on the spot, you know. So if you want to find good fats, like avocados, that's good for you. A lot of raw fish is good as well. Lettuce, cabbage, kale, spinach. What else? Zucchini, vegetables. Okay, see, y'all just wanted to put me in the spotlight. Y'all know what's going on, you know? Y'all practice healthy living. Y'all practice healthy living, right? But y'all just want to put me in the spot. Uncle David, take over.
See, you guys, you know, but my role is to help you put it all together, right? This is information that you probably would know in the back of your head somewhere. You've heard it somewhere. But what we're going to try to do this morning is to put that all together so it makes sense and you begin to apply it into your life, okay? So, I said that the one thing that creates the greatest metabolic disturbance is sugar, and there are many categories of sugar. Refined, table sugar that you put in your coffee, your tea. We have fructose. That's also a form of sugar. We have starch. There are many subcategories of starch. Anything from flour, anything made from flour, whether it's bread, whether it's cakes, whether it's pasta. Right? We also have white potatoes and those kind of things. Right? Now, why does sugar create a metabolic disturbance? Let me see how deep this education go. Why does sugar creates the greatest metabolic disturbance in our system, opposed to any other compound, not fat or? Say again? I didn't hear you. Cancer feed on sugar. Okay, that's all right. The reason why sugar is the one greatest macronutrient that creates metabolic disturbance is because the body is really not designed to take in a lot of sugar all at once. This is a whole new age thing. You know, if we think when we were living prehistorically, when we couldn't go to the grocery store and pick up a sweet drink, or if we were hungry, we had two options. We either had to kill something or pick something. We're living in an age now where everything, almost everything, has been genetically modified. You have heard that wheat is good for you. Wheat is the worst thing. The worst thing you can eat right now. I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you, I used an example to show you how this new age has changed our food. When wheat was about 8 inches tall. The stalks was about 8 inches tall. Back in the 1970s, the FDA got together with some scientists and said, hey, wheat is used for everything. It's used to make flour, everything. And they couldn't keep up with the demand. So some scientists got together and figured out, how can we make wheat? Oh, I'm sorry, scratch that. Wheat wasn't 8 inches. It was actually 8 feet tall. It was tall. Sorry. Wheat was actually very tall, about 8 feet tall. You ever see these wheat patches? They were very high. They're now 8 inches tall. So these scientists got together and say, how can we make wheat more robust? So they genetically modified it. And as a result of that genetic modification, a new germ was formed called amylopectin. When you guys go home, just look it up. Amylopectin. What amylopectin does, it increases your sugar level 3-4 times more than regular carbohydrates. So that's a nice segue for me to explain to you why sugar is the greatest enemy that creates metabolic disturbance. When you eat sugar, it converts into glycogen. It converts into glycogen, glucose, and stored as glycogen. Right? The body can only assimilate so much amount of sugar in the blood and liver at once. I think it's 2,500 calories in the liver, maybe 26 in the muscle. Don't quote me on that. Somewhere around there. The body can only assimilate so much sugar at one time. And so what happens is, when you take in more than what the body can assimilate, what happens? It spills out into your closest organs. So if you're carrying belly fat, you are insulin resistant. Remember we talk about how it creates a cascade of health issues? This is the way it starts. If you're carrying belly fat, you are already insulin resistant, which means based on your eating habits over time, the body cannot assimilate sugar anymore because your receptors are clogged up. It's like putting too much food in the sink and it gets clogged up, and you keep putting water in it and it just spills out. And so that is what happened. So what you find is that a lot of our individuals are malnutrition. They walk around hungry all the time. And so they always have to snack. And the reason why they have to is because they're in a state of malnutrition. The body's not being properly satiated. And thank you, Alice. Thank you. I tell you, you guys need to. You guys have educators right here. You don't even know it. They just don't know how to put the pieces. They don't just know how to put the information together. But we can do that. We can do that today. We're gonna put the information together. What was that? Tell me what you just said.
A lot of sugar, a lot of starchy food, you're hungry fast. That's why you see most people, they have to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like if you eat a sustainable, a balanced diet, like free of like starches, like you can eat in the morning, like fruits, like you could implement fruits in your diet, and like have like fruits mainly, and have you could eat protein like sardines in the morning, eat sardines and stuff. And if you eat stuff like protein, like eggs, if you eat eggs in the morning and like fruits, you will not be hungry. because eggs is protein and it sustains the body for a long time. But if you implement like a starchy diet, like a half a bread with whatever you eat in it, and you drink down like a cup of tea, you'll be hungry. Like the sugar feeds on you. The sugar makes you it makes you really hungry after maybe after half an hour you're hungry. And that's why you always have to be snacking and ready for lunch. But if high protein, you'll be fine.
Yeah, please, yeah. Sugar is also 3 times more addicting than heroin and cocaine. So when you eat sugar, it really excites some neurotransmitters, your brain sensors, and so the craving. That's what creates the craving. Is that it triggers some neurotransmitters, those feel-good neurotransmitters that cause you to crave more and more of it. Let me tell you another reason. Why it's important to change your eating habit. And Sister Paulette spoke on this a little bit. We are aware of things that we do in the very conscious world. So, we exercise, we are aware of our bodies, we know what happens. When we exercise, we see the effects. We eat food. But I think we have very limited understanding about what happens in our automatic system, things that we don't see or we have control of, right? And that is one of the things that is not talked about, but is one of the biggest things that guides our choices and our cravings. We have something called our microbiome. Part of the reason why Sister Paulette talk about antibiotics is because of your microbiome. We're actually made up, about 95% of us is made up of fungi, viruses, bacteria. That's what makes us up. It's in our skin. Part of the reason why, just very quickly, part of the reason, by the way, why it's so important to have a strong immune system is that if you have a strong immune system, that you're going to be good, because there's nothing new under the sun. Everything that comes from this earth, the body is protected from it. As long as it's here, there's nothing new. As long as it's here and it came from here, the body has a defense against it. We are thousands and thousands of years old, our bodies are. And so nothing just came. The earth was here before us. So everything that comes out of it and originates from it has always been here. And God created us from the earth. So you mean to tell me that if we came from the earth, right, that He wouldn't have put in us all that we need to protect ourselves? Come on now. So don't let these people give any crap. Trust me. Build your system, work on yourself, build your body, get it in a place where it's balanced, and you'll be fine. I digress. Allison, bring me back. I was making a point. I lost my point. I was on a point and I digressed. Thank you. Huh? Belly fat. I thought we... Okay, I thought I made that point, but okay. So when you... Oh yeah, no. I was actually talking about the... Yeah, no. Sorry. I know where I was at. I was talking about the hidden world that happens. The hidden world. We're talking about the microbiome. So just as we're made up of bacteria and viruses, our gut forms those bacteria and viruses. That's what our gut are made of. So imagine that you have a cesspool. In any cesspool, you see like a lot of maggots and all. Our gut is much the same way. You have to have living organisms in everything. In every living animal, we are organisms. So you have to have living organisms. And so our gut is made up of these various organisms. And so when you eat something, hang on, come on with me now. See, she's putting it all together. They put it here. See, they put it together right here. They put it together. When you eat a lot of sugar, you're feeding those bad bacteria. And if I'm feeding bad bacteria, guess what? That they're gonna crave. They're gonna crave. So oftentimes, when we are having challenges with our diet, it's not just us lack the discipline. Is that we got too many factors that's fighting against us. We got the craving of sugar, and we got those gut bacteria saying, "Hey, feed me." Parasites, whatever. They say, "Feed me, feed me." So this is some things you can do to make the process a lot easier for you. One is stop eating food. You want to remove those things that takes away your power. Yeah? You want to remove those things that take away your power. So we want to get rid of those gut bacteria. We want to get rid of sugar craving. If I want to have something sweet, let me do it because I want to. Not because my gut tell me it's time to feed me. Right? So this is what I'd like for you guys to do. This is how you begin to take the steps to take back control of your life. Is everybody ready to do that? We did make the commitment, right? Okay. Mr. Paulette, I want you to manage this for me. And then you can tell me how it all went. Allison will help you. This is the 14th day? 12th? 12. So this is the 12th. This is the 12th day. For 30 days, I want to give you guys the 30-day challenge. Because as I said, right? Remember when I said when I came here that I don't want to talk about the importance of exercise and to give you a few exercises and you go home and that's it. I want to change your life. All right? That has to be a takeaway. So 30 days. For 30 days, I'd like you guys to eliminate all sugars of all form. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. The reason why it's going to be difficult because you're going to be fighting against those cravings. You're going to be fighting against those gut bacteria, and you're going to be fighting against your lack of discipline. So let's remove those two things and let's just keep it as your lack of discipline. Because I'm going to tell you something. It's going to be a whole lot easier for you to make healthy choices when you get rid of those two things. Really, it is. Because once you get rid of the sugar craving, first of all, you now have the power in your hands to make whatever choices you want. Once you get rid of those bad gut bacteria, your good bacteria is going to crave good foods. So it gets rid of that. It gets rid of that power as well. Right? So 30 days, no sugar of any form. So that's, what are they? No rice. Well, to keep it simple, no sugar from any form. So no flour. Anything that has flour in it. So that's your bread, your cakes, your sweet, your cookies, your biscuits, dumpling, no sodas. Those of you right now who are saying, "Oh God, I can't do that." Do you know what's happening right now? Though your mouth say that, it's really not you. That's your gut bacteria. Let me tell you what happens on the other side of that. Let me tell you what happens on the other side of the 30 days. Anybody want to know what happens on the other side of the 30 days? I've done this, by the way, with many people, and the results has been almost the same. You know, when you go on a weight loss diet, there's always a disclaimer that says results of varies. Thank you. Results varies. I can stand here and probably guarantee that almost everyone, I've never known anyone who did not lose less than 8 pounds. I have not seen anyone lose less than 8 pounds. I will guarantee that you lose between 8 to 10 pounds within this 30 days. Guaranteed. No, really. It's not a false promise. By the way, if it doesn't happen for you, you can get my contact number from Sister Paulette. I'm going to give you a free gym membership. So not only would you lose 8 to 10 pounds, after the 30-day challenge, I have a special gift for the winner. So the winner who loses the most pounds, I have a special gift for you. So we're going to get everybody's weight. This is Paula. We're going to sign everybody up. We're going to get everybody's weight. We start Monday. Oh, you don't have to lose weight. No, those who don't want to lose weight don't have to lose weight. Then, do it. Then do it for your overall health. But those of you who are doing it for weight loss, I have a special gift for you for those who lose the most weight. We're going to talk about that. When I have these conversations with people, and I've gotten some kickback because, there are people who said to me, David, that's a little rough. People who have, eat a certain way for a long time it's a rough thing to just cut them off of sugar. And I agree, it is a bit challenging. But let me tell you why it's important to take that approach. First of all, you will probably only have about 2 days. 2 days. 2 days will be your most difficult day. Right? And it has to be, the thing about doing something that is very rewarding is that there's a sacrifice. Jesus Christ made a sacrifice for us. Anything good has a sacrifice. And it's a demonstration to your commitment. And if you're not prepared to do that for 2 days, and Jesus Christ gave his life for you, then what's the point of having this conversation? Now, seriously, I'm not going to baby you. I'm not going to baby you. If you want life changing, if you want to change your life, you have to make the sacrifice. You have to be prepared to be disciplined and take necessary steps to do that. I cannot work any harder than you. This is your life. You have to make a choice to change it. And it requires discipline. Nothing is going to happen if you're not disciplined. I can say to you, yeah, you can have a little sugar here and there, every 3 days. But this is what happens when you introduce sugar. It puts you in fat storage for 72 hours. So what's the point of going with no sugar for 3-4 days and then introducing sugar and it takes you back 3 days? You don't move anywhere. it's best to get over that first 2-day hump and let's get on with changing your life. If you're not prepared to do that, then don't sign up for the program. That's my advice to you. If you're happy with how you are right now, if you like how you are, if you like how you look, when you look back at yourself in the mirror, don't sign up for the program. But if you put your name on that list and you make the commitment, you have to be willing to make the sacrifice. This is the bottom line. All right? I ain't going to pacify you. So, 30 days, no sugar. 30 days, no sugar. All right? I can be here all day explaining what you should not eat. Let's just talk about what you're allowed to eat, because that list is shorter. Basically, for 30 days, all you will eat is everything from the ground, as close to nature as possible. So you eliminate processed food, you eliminate all flour products, all refined sugars. So there's no sweet drinks, there's no refined sugar. You basically just drink water and eat your meat source and vegetables. That's it. Is there a question? Huh? Bush tea? Yeah, of course you can have bush tea, no sugar in it. No sugar. Then. Yeah. Oats is okay. Oats is okay. Oats is okay. So let me tell you what you can do with oats. Let's make oats one of the let's make oats the only approved starch you can have. All right? But let me tell you how to have it. Don't do it by itself. Put a scoop of almond butter or peanut butter. What that does, it helps decrease the potency of the sugar. The fat from the peanut butter and the almond butter helps decrease the potency of the sugar. All right, so if you're going to have it, don't have it by itself. Have it with a scoop of almond butter. Almond butter. Right, it helps decrease the, right? All right, so this is a segue to how you make this easy for you, right? Your body's going to crave sugar, but there are a few things you can do to make sure that the body gets adequate amount of calories, but without the insulin spikes. One is that, as I just mentioned, putting a scoop of almond butter in your oatmeal. The next thing is to have a lot of healthy fats, because fat has 9 calories, and carbohydrates only have 4. So you're getting an extra 5 calories from 1 fat gram. So that's going to give you a whole lot of calories. That's going to fill you up, but without the insulin spike. Does everybody understand that? And so I would introduce a lot of healthy fats. So avocado, I think, is in season right now. This is a perfect time to do it because avocado is in season. Get an avocado, have a half an avocado with your lunch and your dinner. That's going to give you a lot of fat. Right? Have a half avocado with your lunch and dinner, and use olive oil generously. So, if you're having a salad, put a couple tablespoons of olive oil on your salad if you have it in the evening. This is in the absence of avocados. If you don't have an avocado, put some olive oil on your meals. All right. So what your diet will look like is you may get up. If you like eggs, you'll have some eggs with some stir-fried veggies. You'll have your tea or coffee, whatever it is, with no sugar. No snacking in between. Absolutely no snacking. You wait 4.5 to 5 hours. You have lunch. Lunch is an assortment of vegetables, whatever you want, whether it's broccoli, kale, spinach, whatever. Fill up on vegetables, with whatever meat kind you want, with a glass of water. 4.5 hours later, if you're hungry again, dinner, you can have a nice salad or veggies and meat again. Maybe a half an avocado. That's it. That's all you do for 30 days. Yeah, bean soup. Bean soup is allowed because it's carbohydrates and protein mix, so the sugar content is not going to be as high. The idea is that what you don't want to do is that you don't want to eat things that's going to create insulin response, insulin spikes. So there's a thing called glycemic. Let me make this point while I'm coming to you. 1 second. Every food has a glycemic index. You've heard this. And how is that determined? Is that it determines the response, the glycemic response of the food that you eat. And so the glycemic index is between 0 to 100. So ideally you want to eat foods that has a GI under 50. You don't want to go above 50. That's the midpoint. So some of the foods that has so all your white starch, your very sugary fruits like your pineapples and your watermelons, those things have a GI above 50. So if you're going to, by the way, if you're going to have, again, my recommendation is that you do not have any sugar. But if those of you who like fruits, let's make that acceptable, another acceptable food. For breakfast only. But if you're going to have fruits, it has to be only pear, apple, oranges, grapefruit. You got to stay away from the bananas, the pineapple, watermelon. Those things have a high GI. Everybody understand? Yep. Any questions before we go? Paul, do you have a question? A question? Yeah. So those of you who are diabetic, if you have some concerns, I would advise you to have a conversation with your healthcare provider. Let them know that you're about to go on this no sugar diet. I think you should be fine. By the way, if you are diabetic, this is going to help cut back on your insulin. This is going to fix that problem. You're not allowed. You're allowed or not allowed? Yeah, I actually support that. Yeah, that's good. So if you do this and add that to it, you're gonna get double benefit. You're gonna get double benefit if you also eat foods that matches your blood type. All right. Okay, so we good with diet? Everybody got that? Can we move to exercise now? Okay. Well, always passing the paper around. All right. So now that we got the exercise part out of the way, exercise. What I recommend to accelerate the weight loss, if weight loss is a concern for you, is you exercise on an empty stomach always. So if you can exercise, or if you exercise in the morning is preferred, do that on an empty stomach, and then once you're done exercise, you can go home and have breakfast. So it's always better to exercise on a fasting stomach. And if you're a walker, walking with the group, doing a casual walk with the group is just a social casual walk with your group. That's all it is. I'll tell you right now, you're just getting together with friends and doing a walk. It's not gonna. It's not gonna help you. There's a lot of social walkers. You know, I see them on the road every morning. They walk. They're talking. You know, then. You know, I mean, if they're doing it for weight loss, nothing is going to happen. Yeah. So if you're walking for weight loss, what I would recommend is that a run walk. Right? You run for as long as you can, stop, and you fast walk for 1 minute, and then once your heart rate comes back down, take off again. And you do that for the full length of the walk. You want to keep your heart rate elevated at least 75% of its maximum heartbeat. Everybody understand that? These. If you're overweight and you have knee problems, instead of jogging, just do a fast walk. So heel to toe. So a fast walk, and this is the concept is the same thing. Walk as fast as you can. That keeps your heart rate elevated up. Once you've exhausted that, then you can go to a casual walk, but then pick it up again. So try to make it interval. No, I told you I endorse it. I agree with it. Yeah. No. I agree with it. I think that you know, genetics. Like I said, we are thousands of years old, and that though we live in Nevis now, Nevis may not be in a place of origin. So the concept of into your blood type is that suggests that your whole genetics was used to a certain type of food. And so if you've moved into a new environment and now eating that food, that somehow affects your system. Yeah, so I endorse that. Ayurveda, by the way, is almost similar. Ayurveda diet. Yeah, so if that's what you're doing, because for me, even me, there's some foods that I looked at that list, and there's a lot of foods on that list that really has an effect on me. Like I don't do coffee well. I have it sometimes, but I don't. It makes me very agitated. I don't. You know, I can only have so much of it. So for me, coffee is one of those things that doesn't sit well for my blood type. So I would recommend, you know, those of you who want to fine tune your diet, that might be another resource. Yeah. So exercise. When you exercise, that you have to exercise, your heart rate has to be elevated, at least 75% of your maximum heartbeat, right? To keep your heart rate. It cannot be casual. Cannot be casual. And then if you exercise if you're walking, there's 3 basic exercises you should do, because exercise, there are 5 main components to exercise. 5. Allison, what are the 5 main components? No. 5 main components to exercise is nutrition, which we talked about, muscle strength, muscle endurance, cardiovascular conditioning, and flexibility. All right? Nutrition, muscle endurance, muscle strength, cardiovascular conditioning, and flexibility. Your exercise should include those 5 components. So if you're walking, that's going to cover muscle endurance and cardiovascular conditioning. All right? Now we're going to cover here the other 3. All right? So if everybody just gather around, make a circle, we'll cover the other 3.
On your marks. Get set. Soldier, we're in an army sent by God to set the captives free.
For the purpose of God, so that all of the nations will know. And there was a man who went to the cross for you, died and he paid the cost for you. You better know we gave hope to you.
The labor and the few. But I was standing me ready for the word, ready to serve.
Okay.
No stopping us,
Ready?
ain't getting ready to go. Just one letter, we'll teach and proclaim the good news. The movement take off right now. Till the movement know. This is the movement, this is the movement, no.
Okay.
Around the globe, I'm in recruiting. Movement take off right now.
DJ, can you bring the sound down just a little bit? So we're going to cover muscle strength, and there is really there's 4 exercises you can do to cover all your major muscle body part. All right, we're going to do the lower body, upper body, and your core. All right, that's really all you need to do. So if you're not part of a gym or you don't go to a gym, these are things you can do after you walk or at home. All right. The first one is a natural body squat. Natural body squat. So everyone here is who's going to participate? All right. Squat is often done incorrectly. I'm going to show you guys how to do it correctly. So if you have knee problems, hopefully that will not hurt. And you want to do it this way that doesn't put yourself in a very precarious position. Often the mistake is made that when you squat, you lead with the knees. So oftentimes you see people do this thing. And that's the result, is that they don't have good strength in their hips. So you want to space your knees apart, space your feet apart, shoulder width. So a little wider than hip width apart, so shoulder width. And you want to lead with your butt. So you want to sit back like you sit into a chair. And press through your heels and come back up. All right? Sit back like that. Perfect. Perfect. Like it. Sit back like you sit into a chair. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sit back. Go ahead. I like it. Good. Come back up. Come back up. Good. Go. Come on back up. Squat. So you're leading with your knees. So sit back like you sit into a chair. Actually, you know what? Yikes, Marsha, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. If I touch you, I'd like for you to get a cheer, okay? Everybody do a squat again. Get a cheer, 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 get a cheer. All right, those of you who touch, please get a cheer. Okay, ready? All right, ready? Here we go. We're going to go for 15. Those of you in a chair, let me borrow a chair. Those of you that's in the chair, you're basically going to sit in the chair, drive through the soles of the feet, push yourself back up. Sit in the chair, push back up, just like that. Go for it. I like it. Go for it. Sit, push back up. I like it. Good. I like it. Those of you who don't have a chair, that means you know how to do a squat. You still got to sit back like you said. I like that. That's what you want right there. All right? Ready? All right, here we go. We're going for 15. You want the movement to be synchronized with the breath. So you just don't go do the movement As you squat down, you inhale, exhale as you press up. Everybody got that? Let the breath synchronize the movement. All right? Ready? Here we go. We're going 15. Inhale down. DJ, music. Exhale up. Go. Inhale down. Exhale up. This is 3, 4. Nice. 5, 6. Good. 7. Got it. Oh, 8. Oh, 9. 10. Let's go for 10 more. Here we go. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Nice. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Nice job. That's the lower body. That's going to be combined now with the upper body. We're going to have to use the floor. You guys don't have a mat, but let me just show you what this looks like. I hope you guys don't mind getting dirty. We're going to do a modified push-up. Can see what this looks like. This is often done wrong as well. Let me just demonstrate for you. Let me just demonstrate for you.
Your love is mine.
Good.
Your love
Good.
is
Go ahead. See?
You fill my heart with so much peace and joy.
You got it?
You're amazing.
No? Okay.
You make
All right.
my life
All right, ready?
feel brand new.
All right, here we go. We're going for 15. Let's go. Inhale down.
You're amazing.
Exhale, press. That's 1. Inhale down.
My life feel brand
All right, hold.
Jesus, you love
Oh.
me too much.
So let me show you guys again. Look, some of you, your butt is in the air like this, right? We don't want that. You see, you start in position right here. Make sure that butt is down, your back is flat. From there, bend the elbows, bring your chest down to the floor, and push. All right, but you got that motion? Oh, you're gonna go full push-ups? Nice. Marsha's gonna go full. You know the full thing? Oh, Marsha's doing the full push-up for you guys. Go ahead. Nice. Jeez. Nice. Okay. Marsha's doing the full push-up. All right, everybody got it? All right, here we go. We're going 15. Let's go. Inhale down. Exhale, press. Inhale down. Exhale, press. I'm going to go make the press. Keep going.
Jesus, you love me too much. Too much. Jesus, you love me.
Stop when you get to 15. All right, excellent. All right, excellent. Okay, good job. Okay, next thing. Next, last one is we cover the upper body. That push-up works the chest, the shoulders, the tricep. Next one is we did one for the legs that works the butt, the thighs. This one now is going to work the core. It's called a low plank. Everybody got this? So we're going to be in this position. Concrete is going to be a little tough for you guys' elbow. I don't know if you have padding. All right, so from here, all we're going to do is pull the belly button in towards the back, release. Pull the belly button in towards the back and release. Pull the belly button in towards the back and release. Pull the belly button in towards the back and release. Pull the belly button in towards the back and release. Pull the belly button in towards the back and release. Pull the belly button in towards the back and release. Pull the belly button in towards the back and release. Go down the elbow. Pull the button belly in towards the back and you release. Pull the belly button in towards the back and release and relax. And relax. And relax. And relax. All right, come on up, standing position. Come on up to standing position. Everybody up to standing. Okay, so let's put it all together now. So this is what your routine should look like after you're done your 35, 40 minutes walk, right? You do this for 3 rounds. All right, everybody ready? Go with me. Here we go. First one is squat. We're going for 10 of each. Ready? Here we go. Inhale down. Exhale press. That's 1. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it. 6. Back up more. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's take it down to low plank. Plank position. No, plank. No, plank. Pull the belly button in towards the back. Release. Pull the belly button in towards the back. Release. Pull the belly button in towards the back. Release. 3. Release. 4. Release. 5. Release. 6. Release. 7. Release. 8. Release. 9. Release. 10. Release. Nice and down. Drop the knees down. Don't move. Stay in the position. Drop the knees down. Knees. And here we go. We're going right into our push-up position. If you're strong like Marshall, you can do a full push-up. If not, we're going for the modified. Here we go for 10. Down.
The enemy is trying to steal my purpose and take it from me. But I know he will never win. I got my armor on, ready to bless the day.
7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good. Come on, stand in position.
I'm ready for it. Let's make the move. And by his spirit.
All right, everybody got that? Okay. So you do that for 3 rounds. That covers muscle strength, muscle endurance. Right? Now we're going to go for flexibility. So once you do that, here, let's take it forward. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. You should feel the stretch in the back of the legs, lower back. Good, come on up slowly. Straddle the feet out. Place the left hand on the left waist. And we reach across. This is going to stretch the right side. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, go ahead. Hold. Hold and back to center, and same thing for the other side. Good. All right, nice to good, and release, and release. Okay, good. Back to the center. Muscle strength, muscle endurance, flexibility. And we always end by resuming a sense of calm and balance. Let's take a big inhale, bring the hands overhead, both hands. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, both hands. Center. Again, big inhale, bring the hands overhead. And as you exhale and bring your hands to heart center, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Hands to heart center. Close your eyes, hands to heart center. Hands to heart center. Eyes closed. Take a big inhale. Hold that breath for 3 seconds and slowly exhale for 6 seconds. Let's do that for 3 times. Big inhale. You don't have to bring your hands overhead. Just keep your hands to heart center. Hold the breath for 3 seconds and slowly exhale for 6. And as you exhale, just feel any tension you have in your body dissolve and allow yourself to become lighter. Let's do it again one more time. Take a big inhale. Hold the breath for 3 seconds and slowly exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now go back to breathing normally. Nice, even breaths. Keeping your eyes closed. I want you to take a moment to embrace the feelness of wellness. Feel how alive the body feels. Feel the muscles that have been stimulated as a result of what you just did. Feel the vitality of the body. And just mentally say, thank you for peace, balance, and perfect health. Thank you for peace, balance, and perfect health. Thank you, everyone. Much success on the 30-day weight loss challenge. As I mentioned, I'm happy to give a nice gift for those, for the person that lose the most weight. And I'm also happy to, of those of you who are interested in joining the gym, I'm also happy to offer a discount for this group who have signed up for the 30 days program. Okay? Thank you for your time.
How y'all feeling? Y'all could do another hour? Y'all want to do another hour? Huh? Okay, so we're going to do some exercise. We want to say thank you to the fitness manager, fitness instructor, David Walwin, for coming out today and giving us that knowledge and food for the body, mind, and soul. Right? Those of you who are interested, just a notice, those of you who are interested to attending Sister Sister Myra's mom's funeral on Wednesday, you can contact me. Right, so I am 665-2205. So those of you interested in attending the funeral ceremony, gotta contact me. We have the refreshment outside for you guys. So we can play a little music, you all can dance it off, you all can shake it off. Yeah? You all can exercise in a dance, Pastor. Yeah, you all can shake your own legs. Pastor, you like to say a few words? Okay.
Good morning to all. I believe it's still morning. Amen. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for coming up. Put your hands together for yourselves.